So here we have General P, artist, actor, great supporter of his community, a firefighter hero, and lastly but not least, CEO of OMO Music. Welcome to Himmy Entertainment, baby.
What's good? How you doing, Cal?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Appreciate you for having me. Thank you guys for having me. HimmyVlog, what's up? OMO Music, what's goody?
So tell me, out of all of these hats that you wear,
Yeah.
which one is the most satisfying?
Oh man,
Mm.
why you had to ask me that one? So I would say, respectfully, my professional one is the most satisfying. It brings the most gratitude and satisfaction. But I do like being a CEO. I like being a boss in my company. I like helping these artists out. I like doing different things, and I feel I get more gratification from that as well. Seeing a lot of artists come through my company, help them out, put them on performances and things like that, and see their growth. So either or is fine with me.
Do you have a lot of artists like signed under?
Yeah, I do actually. Shouts out to my pioneers to the company, King V, Princess Ruby, Twin Vasquez. Those are like my first set of artists. Shout out to Vote. I got Vote under my label now. We got a youth program, so I got J Prince. Oh my God, I got a few artists. I got La Bestia, I got La Familia. I got a group on with them guys. AS the Great is one of my artists. Grim D is one of my artists. So I got a lot of people coming through the company now that I've developed, or whether it's publishing, distribution, or managed. So that's where I'm at now. I don't do music no more.
You be sure you tap in everybody and then I forgot.
I don't know. I probably forgot one or two, but I'm just trying to think of the website right now because I'll put everybody on my we have an artist roster on the website www.omomusic.us, so you can check out the artist registry. But yeah, all I could think of right now is that we actually have a couple artists in the chamber. Yo, shout out E Gamble. I got E Gamble in the chamber. I'm about to start publishing his music and get him out here. So I don't want to put too much secrets out.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So, how does it feel having this responsibility on your shoulder of the career of all these artists?
Um, um, it's challenging at times, but to be honest, you put a team together so that way they can help you. You know what I mean? So shout out to my chief of operations, Will. He like every day we're on the phone like husband and wife. Yo, what you doing? Yo, let's get to this money. How we doing it? So to be real, making sure you have a team of people in place that can help you alleviate those problems and delegate what's needed to be done. I guess it helps relieve the stress. You know what I mean? But it's stressful because you want to make sure that they succeed. You know what I mean? A lot of people look at me like, yo, you was rapping, how you managing people, and you didn't go further. A lot of people don't know I changed my career and I'm a professional on a different, sideline where I didn't want to chase rap no more. So now that I could look back and be like, okay, I got my career phase out the way. I can go back now and give back to my community. I can open up a small business and give employment to people in my community. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where it was for me, and that was the better choice for me. So that's why I say, to me, it's more gratifying on that side, but also on my professional side, saving lives and shit like that. That's also a good thing too.
How long you been in this business?
I started this business 2016, and I started out just doing video treatments. So I worked with Cujo the Hell Husky, Queen Peasy, those type of people when they first came in. I worked under Blazed Up Records. I was an A&R under them. I did their youth development program, and that's how it started. What was the question again? My bad.
No, I just asked how long.
Oh, so yeah, 2016. My bad, I drifted off. So 2016 is where I started with Blazed Up, and then I jumped into my career as an artist, kept that going while still helping others, and then in 2000. I think the ending of last year, I think we put in for our state registry and stuff like that to go LLC, and then this year we actually finally got legalized and registered with the state of Connecticut. So I'm officially a business owner.
Was it easy?
No, no, it's difficult. The process is difficult. It's the length of it. You know what I mean? Like some people think that, me rocking now a tech suit of my company all the way. It's not easy to get there. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of dedication. It's design. It's staying up late night, making contracts, making agreements. It's not easy being a business owner, even when money is booming. You know what I mean? Because you have to make sure it's still, make sure it's still coming. So it's never an easy task. It's stressful. I think I grew a couple gray hairs all up in my shit now, but we get the job done.
What was the most challenging thing
setting up the team, the structure. You know what I mean? CEO, COO, the CFO. Making sure I got my V-level executives, HR, things like that, A&R for my outreach, my event coordinator, my event director, shout out Ashley Starr. Just making sure we could get everybody in order so that way I can say for myself, right? So as the owner, right, before you start putting people in place, you wear this hat. And you got to be able to be like, all right, let me put somebody in charge of this. So that way that comes off my list. Let me put somebody in charge of that. That comes off my list. Put somebody in charge of that. That comes off my list, but still oversee and make sure things are going on. So I think the hardest part was getting people that you can trust, that are going to be reliable, that are going to be responsible, and put them in those key roles, and then give them the trust. You know, the hardest thing to do with people in this business is trust that you're putting them in the right lane. A lot of people like to micromanage and get it like that. I don't do that. You know, I put them in the lane, and I'm expecting them to, you know, succeed, or they just won't be here anymore. You know what I mean? But I think that's the hardest part, making sure we get everybody in a cohesive state.
Have you ever been disappointed by the team member?
Of course. You don't. Here's my saying. Shout out to my grandmother, my grandfather, rest in peace. They passed away. But here's what I say. They've been together, I want to say maybe 30, 40 years. I don't know how many years. But you don't get there without going through it. You understand where I'm coming from? You got to be able to spank some asses. And then at times, you got to be able to accept the spanking that comes back to you. You know what I mean? Even as a business owner, sometimes I make mistakes and they're like, yo, dude, you know, bro, we ain't doing this, or you forgot to do this, or you know what I mean? And sometimes you got to sit back like, damn, okay, you know what, he right. My bad. You know, as the business owner, it don't always mean you're right. You know what I mean? So, I would say those are the challenging parts. Yeah, I had to spank some ass and get my ass spanked too.
Do you feel like you have a lot of supporters?
I feel like General P, the artists, have a lot of supporters, and I feel like I'm transitioning them into the business owner side. A lot of people don't know that I transitioned into this side. You know what I mean? A lot of people still, yo, you got another CD coming out? Yo, when your next project coming out? And which is fine, because a lot of people know me for that. But it's now transitioning them into that, like, yo, bro, I'm my late 30s already, man. I'm grown. I mean, not saying I don't do music, you understand? But I'm not chasing that dream no more. You know, if it come, it come. If it don't, then I'm doing something now to make a difference in the music community, right? Yeah, no, I don't know.
What really inspired you to level up the work that you're doing in the industry? Like going from an artist to now managing artists and having your own business.
The inspiration really came from my uncle. He actually passed away as well. Drice Pops. He managed E-Gamble in his earlier careers, things like that. But watching him help a lot of CT artists like Paper Boys and those guys, Rue Williams and all them guys when they first came up, watching how he swiftly moved and shook hands with certain people, that was the start, right? And then I took my music career, and like I just said not too long ago, I found myself rapping and not really getting to where I wanted to be. You know what I mean? I just finally got to the point where I was making maybe $150 a verse, you know, where people was paying me. And when I got to that point, I was like, man, I'm already done. You know what I mean? Let's get it some other way. Thus taking my uncle's idea of managing artists. And then I was like, you know what? If I manage artists, if I publish them, if I work with them, guess what? I'll never die out, because I can always hop on their tracks. I can always hop on his album. I can always get on his EP. I can always do a hook on his single. And I'll never die out as General P, the artist. And guess what? Now I'm making more money as an artist, not being an artist. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's
you profit out of their work.
All the time.
Being located in Connecticut, do you think it has been very challenging, like navigating, let's say, the system compared to like if it was like in New York?
Yeah, I don't want to get canceled, and I hope I don't, you know, rub the wrong shoulders. But yeah, the gatekeepers of Connecticut, truthfully, they don't share very well. And I feel like you got a lot of great artists, Fuego Bass, Gold, Jordan Mayer, you know, these guys that really bust ass. And it's like, I would love to hear these guys on the radio a lot more, and I would love to hear them on the spotlights a lot more. And respectfully, it don't happen. We normally hear, you know, shout out to the 413 artists and shout out to the New York artists. And as much love as I give to Massachusetts and New York, I feel like, respectfully, you don't hear 9/7, which is in Massachusetts, talking about all the Connecticut artists and bringing us up there and making us the stars. So I feel like in Connecticut they don't support their own. You know what I mean? When they're buzzing, you know what I mean? Then it's let's ride dick. Oh yeah. Let's go. And then the moment you start to decease or die down, instead of the city picking you back up, they just let you go. And it's like, where was the support? They don't support you until somebody else supports you. You'll post a picture, get 5 likes. You post a picture with somebody else, 100 likes. You understand? So I feel like the gatekeepers could do a lot more in the Connecticut scene to make us pop. Like you got Friday Night Spotlight, I think on Hot 93.7. Why are you not running Connecticut artists all the time? You know what I mean? You got the morning show. Why are you not doing shows, competitions for these artists? Like, yo, top 3 artists, we're gonna bang you on this episode on the radio station to help boost these guys' careers. It's hard. It's a lot of money. Rapping, studio, shows, videos, all to go to your radio personnel to be like, yo, this one's it. Yeah, I need $500. I need $1,000. I'm a Connecticut native, bro. You serious? But then you'll go play Massachusetts and New York for free. Leave that part in there too. So it's hard. The gatekeepers got to do a lot more. And that's why I opened up my business to become that gatekeeper.
That was going to be my next question. Yeah. Do you think we should rely on the gatekeepers, or you think us as active members of the industry
you ready for it?
Should take more initiative?
You ready for it? If everyone in Connecticut that own businesses that contributed to the music, not small business, like clothing contributes as well, so I kind of take that back what I was about to say. But if everyone came together, right, and we said Universal Connecticut Records, right, let's just say that is it, and then everybody pushes their piece. You got Joe Banger with 90 something clothing, you got Himmy with 90, their clothing. You got OMO with artist development. You got Blaze Up Records, CPR with recording studios. You got Butter Studios you got all of these fucking things. Why can't we become our own hub? You understand where I'm coming from? And I feel like if we did that and then focused on the younger generation, good to go. You wanna know why I always forever will love Paper Boys? Is because when I first met them, I was at my prime. I was 13, 14. That was what I was listening to. So now at my late 30s, is like when you be like, yo, bring up a Connecticut legend, I'm talking about Paper Boys. You understand? So I feel like if we all stop trying to impress us, as a rapper, I mean, much respect to the North End niggas, the South End niggas, but respect, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? I want to touch the younger so that way they could be like, I like General P. I don't need y'all to say y'all like General P. We in the same class. You understand where I'm coming from? So I feel like if we all got together and let our egos go and understood the structure, let somebody take the CEO of the Universal Connecticut Records, you know what I mean? Let somebody go there, treasurers, boards, and then you start rolling off of it. Here's your distributing companies, here's your recording companies, here's your management companies, here's your development companies. All artists filtered through that will all make money.
What do you think it takes to be able to unite all of these little pieces together?
Well, first it will start with something like what my homegirl Rich Niger did. She did the CT Music Fair not too long ago. I don't know when this interview gonna come out, but we'll say September, right? I think it takes things like that, a lot of networking, so we all could first of all know who each other is, right? And then it'll take someone like me that's putting this message out to say, yo guys, let's do that. Let's grab 5 of the top studios. Let's grab 5 of the top record labels. Let's grab 5 of the top artist developments. Let's put them together. Even if we take the first letter of everybody's name and we made a fucking new name, let's do that and let's make it happen. I feel like that's what it takes.
So you're saying if I find a location, you take initiative and you try to get all of this big heads together?
I think, yeah. I feel like we need to have a real CEOs meeting, and not people who want to pretend to be CEOs and saying that they got the CEO company and all that shit. Bro, fuck that. If you don't got paperwork, you're not CEO. You're not registered, you can't be in this meeting. You understand where I'm coming from? We need people so that way when New York or Massachusetts want to get our tax, our EIN numbers, our tax, we can lay that down. You understand where I'm coming from? We can get our royalties, we can get our splits, we can get our sinks. You understand? Not this pretend shit. So I feel like once we get those people out, the pretend CEOs, and we actually get these businesses together and we do a businessing networking convention, I feel like we could really do something.
There's a name for that. I'm thinking because I had talked about this.
Doing something like that?
Exactly the same thing. And Flex told me the name because it exists in other places. Like if you think of gas stations, so this is like the main
franchise,
and then all the little companies.
Yep,
you call it something else. It was like I don't know. I'll think about
conglomerate.
Yes, sir.
There's a conglomerate, but we all got to be willing to do that. And here's the thing: they will start, they will do it, but then you know what? Now my dick bigger than his. I piss longer than him. My girl badder than his. Then we lost sight. You understand? That's what happens. We lose sight instead of keeping it together. So if we could put the egos aside, we don't care about your size, we don't care who could piss longer. Let's do this for the culture, because think about it. We are 35, 44. What the fuck? We still on stages not getting paid? That's what y'all niggas is cool with? You understand where I'm coming from? It's time for you to be an owner. It's time for us to get business. It's time for us to make moves so we could make money. And that's where I feel like we need to go.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like that will be big for Connecticut.
Yeah.
Because I also believe that there's a lot of Connecticut artists that don't get the recognition that they should.
Yep. That is true. There's guys that work very hard. Like I said, studio, videos, all that shit costs money. You know what I mean? And just to get a little appreciation back would be, everything. You know what I mean? Even to the artists that have made it through. You know what I mean? The ones with features with the big artists. Don't forget about us. Don't think because you got a single with, The Lox or with Jim Jones or Dipset or Kiss or, you made it. You didn't make it, bro. You had to pay them for that. So now that you got that, guess what? Make a remix set, put somebody else on. Make a remix set, put somebody else on. You understand where I'm coming from? Why we all gotta pay Jadakiss $5,000? You paid them. Now how about we all pay you, reimburse you, and we all hop on your remix and make it bigger than what it is? They don't think like that though.
Why you think it is so competitive and not so much support going on?
Because of where we're from. We live in, if you look at Connecticut, it's like a bridge. You know what I mean? You got Massachusetts, New York, and then you got we're the bridge, right? There's competition on both sides, and it starts with those gatekeepers. Like I said, you get Connecticut people that will support outsiders before us. So then it makes us feel like, well, what am I doing wrong, right? So your company, okay, well, my company too, so what? You know what I mean? And that's where it starts, I feel.
I have a question.
Go ahead. You're asking all the questions.
I want to spice something up. Do you think that in order to be played in the radio, it requires for you to be a good artist or just to be well connected?
Well, in anything you do, I personally feel like it's who you know. You know what I mean? Yes, you get the what's, but when you know too much about the what's, you become arrogant. People feel like you're too cocky and you know too much, and so you gotta play dumb with these motherfuckers. So I feel like, yeah, it's who you know, and when you made good relationships with people and you didn't burn those bridges, those are people that come back like, no, I remember him, let him through, and then that's that opportunity right there. So yeah.
Do you think that there's least talented artists that get the notary and get the support from the gatekeepers?
Of course.
People like,
of course,
super talented like Bass.
I already know where you're going. Because it's money in letting these stupid motherfuckers do stupid shit. It's money in letting you go to jail and violating my contract. It's money in me telling you that you got a curfew because you got a show in London or in Jersey or whatever and you don't pull up. It's money in that. You fuck up about it, I'm gonna take your ass to court. But you get someone like you said, like a Bass or Bank of Bandanas, Hartford Poe, General P. You start getting people in those categories, Marcus Go, who's gonna show up on time, who's gonna be there, who's gonna do what they gotta do. Now you don't got our bread. Now that money ain't there because we professional. We want our shit right now. You understand where I'm coming from? And it's not there. So that's how it is. So if I can get somebody who's he gonna show up drunk, He gonna show up high. He gonna show up late, so now I don't gotta pay him that advancement anyway. I make money off of that, bro. Sign him. Let's go. Get him in here. Have him stand on the table and jump around like a fucking idiot. Of course. Oh, he broke that? Don't worry. As soon as he get his advancement, guess who pays that back? So yeah, let's get him in here. I don't want a professional. A professional is gonna cost me money because he knows what this contract is looking like. He knows what he wants from this contract. He knows what his splits are. He knows what he's not gonna accept, and he don't have mommy on his ass. These young guys got mommy there, and mommy see excitement, mommy see fame, mommy see those studios, mommy see the music videos. So baby, go ahead, sign. We live in New York, we live in Hartford, we live in sign, so we can get up out of here. That's not really what it is.
Do you believe that a lot of these record labels out there take advantage of artists that are
Of course.
naive? Let's put it like that.
Of course, and that's why a lot of people don't sign no more. They'll rather go independent so that way they can make their own money. But then again, like I said, when you sign, you just got to know the business right. I parallel my career very strategically to Jim Jones. That's one of my favorite rappers outside of Jadakiss. But I like Jim Jones because of the business side, not so much the music and shit, you know, although I like his music, that's my nigga. But it's the business side. He was one of the first artists that I knew signed 3 deals. You know what I mean? Distributing, disc management, A&R, come on, bro. What? You can't fuck with him. And that's why he's so powerful. So, yeah, you got to be able to put yourself in a good situation to make that happen. That's it.
You ever been like very disappointed because you're throwing this event, you are on a time schedule, and people are just not with it?
Oh, man. So I've been doing events for a long time now, maybe 2 years strong now. And I would truthfully say maybe in the beginning, not so much now. Everybody start to see that I got motion, so they kind of fuck with me. But I think the hardest part with them is, and here you go, I'll give it to you. This new generation don't know about promoting. You know, they don't know about helping to build the buzz to get your fans there. They feel like, oh, we're 3 days before the event, let me drop the flyer and people are supposed to magically show up. So I feel like that would be the hardest part with me with throwing the shows, making sure everybody understand that I am not a promoter. I'm not a promoter. A promoter is someone that's promoting a show for someone. You know, these are my events that I put on to give you guys, the artists, an opportunity to shine. Because when I was growing up rapping, we didn't have too many of those. So that's kind of what I do, and I put that on for you guys to bring your fans and bring your fan base, and a lot of people don't know how to do that. And then you get them bitching and complaining like, oh, why I'm performing in front of all of these artists? Where's your artists? Where's your fans? You couldn't bring 5 people? You couldn't bring 5 people to come watch you perform, but yet you the biggest person on social media, right? You got the hottest tracks on social media, right? And you can't bring 5 people, so there's a problem. So I feel like it's not so much a headache with it. It's just the stubbornness behind the artist, not so much wanting to promote right away and then bitching and complaining about the outcome later on. It's not my job to pack it. I bought the venue for you guys. I got the DJ for you guys. I got the security here. I got the theme. I got our name on the mighty key. You understand? Or Marquise, whatever the fuck his name is. But I got our name up there. It's your job to now bring your talent and bring your fan base so that way we all can have a successful show.
Bring your mom and your siblings and your cousins
Yeah,
too.
the cute moms though. Single.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever encountered like a very jaded situation where you're like, I'm not dealing with this artist or this specific DJ or, you know, anybody you collaborated with before or worked with before?
Oh man. Yes and no. So I have what's called a blacklist in my company, and we all know business is business, right? Money talk, bullshit walk, right? So I'm not going to not do business with you because we on bad terms. Just know you're on my blacklist, and it may just be a little bit of interest added to what the fuck you got going on. You understand? So that's how I feel like I handle my situations.
Like money talks.
Yeah, like you know, before where it would have been a deposit situation and I let you come on, you fucked me over. Okay, now I need that money up front now. You know what I mean? Or before when it was $10, okay, you fucked me over. Now it's like 25 for you, my boy. You know what I mean? So there's ways to get back, but I don't really have too many jaded situations. We're very transparent as a company. We're very open. We lay down what we expect, and you know, we take expectations of you. And as a company, if we did not do what we said we was gonna do after you did what you did, you'd be mad at us, right? So that's how we look at that. If we stand on our business, we expect you to stand on yours too. And if you can't, then that's a problem.
It sounds like you have a very solid team.
Yeah.
Do you spend like a lot of time working on your business?
No, because there was a lot of time already invested since 2016. You understand?
Okay.
So it was already written in stone. I think what I'm doing now, more or less, is just updating and revising agreements. You know what I mean? Making sure that they're up to date, getting them to the lawyers, so that way all of our legal jargon is in there. I feel like that's what I'm really doing now, and really just having fun. I'm at the fun part now. Like I'm over the sleepless nights and shit like that. You know, I'm at the fun part where it's like, yo, we got artists coming through. I'm throwing headline events, like Kev Lyrics. I'm throwing headline events like Fu Banga, who was with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm doing big shits like that where not a lot of artists is doing that. These guys are still doing like open mic showcases and plug and plays and shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody got to find their lane. But I've already started there. So I'm at the point where I'm doing bigger events now.
Who is that person in the office that is running things that's outside of you? Because I know somebody is dedicating 90% of their time in that building.
So it's me. But again, like I said, because you build the right team, you delegate. You got to give that work and even it out so that way it all space out. So it would be the team overall, but yeah, it's still me at the top. You know what I mean? If I fell asleep and wake up for 2 days, I think the business, I hope the business keep going because I trained everybody the right way. But after a certain amount of time, without instructions, it still go down, right? So although I'm not spending 90% of my time really honing things together, I'm there, you know what I mean? But I felt like I did all that 2016 till now. It's 2024. I'm almost 10 years doing this shit. So the structure is there. Everything is just motion. Getting people in, training them, motion.
Okay.
That's where I'm at with it.
Does your business affect like your personal life?
Yeah, of course. Me being a father, me being a firefighter, sometimes, Kiss will get sick. My daughter's name is Kiss, so she gets sick, and there's times that I'm on a conference call, and she's actually the president of my company. So I'll be like, yeah, the president talking too, and she'll just be in the background, la, 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 la. You know what I mean? She with her shit. So I guess in those situations, yo, hey, let me call y'all back, or let's finish it at a different time. You know what I mean? Those type of things where it kind of hinder business meetings or agreements that's supposed to be made right on time in that situation. Or like interviews and shit like that, maybe. But and even with me being a firefighter, I'll be in the middle of a meeting or something like that, and a big ass structure fire come out, then I'm on the news, flying in the building or some shit like that. So I mean, it does. But you got to be able to do time management. Our boy Will, CEO of my company, that's one thing he told me. He was like, bro, you got to have time management. You got to take time for your daughter, your personal, your shower. You know what I mean? Your business. You're this, you're that. I'm also a biker. I'm also a Freemason. So I'm a part of fraternities where I need to be able to balance all that shit out. And at first, I really wasn't. Going through my LLC phase, I was everywhere. So that hard work where you said at 90%, that's what I was doing already. You know what I mean? So again, this is let me take a swim in the water type shit right now. That's what I'm at.
So I know you mentioned how your personal life got into your business.
Yeah.
How about backwards when your business hinders your personal life?
Nah.
Because maybe you don't have that much time.
Yeah, again, that's the team. So if I don't got time, yo, I need you here, go handle it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So my team, we run off of a 24 to 48 hour run time, communication time. We don't do nothing less than that. You can't exceed or under exceed those hours. We need to talk within that time frame. Even if it's a tap in, yo, what's up? This show looking good, or we got confirmation. So I feel like making sure we keep that formula going helps mitigate the kinks and the drama and the miscommunications. If we didn't have that, everybody's lost, like the telephone game. Red balloon, and then by the time it comes back, it's like bag bam boom or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, having a team in place. I don't feel like the business interfere with the personal life because I don't let it. As a boss, you got to be able to say, I stand my ground. This is my time for this, and this is not my time for that. And that's how it happens.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
So you being an artist,
Yep.
being a firefighter,
Yep.
and being a boss,
Yep.
I imagine you get a lot of ladies though.
Truthfully, no. Respectfully, it's because, and I ask, you know, when shit don't go right, I want to know, did I fuck up? Was I doing too much? Was I too thirsty? Whatever. You want to know what a lot of the females say to me that I talk to.
What?
That they're intimidated by me because of how much I have going on, you know, and not trying to shit on females, but there was a time where females was here and the niggas was down at the bottom. And then somehow we slowly changed that. And there's, you know, I don't need your $40 no more. I don't need your car. I don't need to live at your house with you and your kids. I don't need your kids' snacks no more. Shit like that. You start to level up. And I feel like when I got to that level as a woman, you guys are nurturing. You guys want a project nigga. Not a nigga from the projects, but a project nigga. Someone that's broken, not really put together. So it means something to you that you built that person up. Because when it's time to tear him down, nigga, I made you. You use my phone, right? So it's that. But then when you come put together and you don't really need a female for nothing, you know, respectfully, I went to college. I got my degree in culinary arts. I don't need that. I grew up with 9 uncles. I didn't have no aunts, so washing clothes, doing shit on your own, I don't need y'all for that. Respectfully, yeah, the sex part, but I don't need y'all for that. You understand where I'm coming from? It really come down to it. So I feel like when I did ask why am I still single now after 4 or 5 years now, it's that. It's, yo, you're just an intimidating guy. You're like very serious, firefighter, EMT, you know, you got all these different things going for yourself, and all I really got is, you know, this Walmart job or this McDonald's job. And although I don't judge, you know what I mean? I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Walmart too. You know what I mean? I don't judge. But a lot of females want to feel like they're worth something to you. You know what I mean? If they don't feel like they're worth something to you or can't bring to your table, they really don't sit at it. So then it just leads to just the sex and back to being lonely and single. You know what I mean? It sucks.
Do you think that it might be due to the quality of women that you have?
Maybe I haven't met the right quality, but again, I don't go out. I'm not into the clubs. I'm not into the chilling shit. You know what I mean? I'm really at the professional side of life, like real shit. Like I'm really at the professional side of life. So I feel like one of the things I tell my young dudes is you meet the girls that you meet are from the things that you do. If you're a walking type dude, you're gonna meet girls who walk. If you drive, you're gonna meet girls at the gas station because they drive. You know what I mean? So in my professional world as a CEO, I haven't really met that match yet. You understand where I'm coming from? On the professional side as a firefighter, I see it all the time. I see badass EMT bitches, you know, cops and state troopers and shit at scenes, but you gotta be professional. You can't really, hey, what's up? You know, I'm Raheem, you know, trying to bag. That's an HR, you know, suit right there. So it's a catch-22.
Or maybe happy hours after work though.
That's why I'm not a drinker. I drive, so
You
I'm
don't
not
have to drink a soda.
You sure? Well, maybe you could bring me to a happy hour that's open like that.
With some wings.
That'll work. But yeah, I mean, I've been looking, I'm open, but I just haven't found the right one yet that really matched the energy. And you know, like I said, a lot of females say that they feel intimidated. You know, I try to soften myself and be cool and lovey-dovey and shit. But again, I just feel like the accolades and the responsibilities and what comes with it happens.
What do you look for in a female?
Someone that look like you.
No funny business.
Nah, someone that really got their shit together. Again, I'm not looking for you to be a superhero, but have your shit together. You know, drive at least. You know, work, have some type of ambition. You know, I don't really need no lazy girl, and you know, I'm the one that's making all the money and making all this, and then you know what you think the sex was supposed to hold. Remember, I don't need you for that. You know, or the cooking was supposed to hold. Well, I'm the one that cook every day anyway. So just bring something to the table. Be respectful. You know what I mean? I don't want a girl that, although I like twerking, not me, the twerking video, pause. I double tap, right? You know what I mean? But then when you think about it in the other side of it, right? Damn, my pop's gonna see you now. Twerking, yo shit out, your camel toe out, and oh my god, it look good. But is that really what I want as wifey now? You know what I mean? And it's a double standard. You get a girl that don't, you know, a guy show his print, you know, gray sweatpants. Now, you know, you don't want that guy because he's for the streets, but you want us to want you when you look like that. So, yeah, I just keep it cool. I keep it cordial so I feel like, you know, someone's on my level. But I want somebody who's sweet, genuine, someone got their shit together. That's it.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Damn. starting a new goal. I'm at the completion of my 10-year plan now. Shit, 5 years from now, full-time firefighter. My daughter probably pushing 6 at that time. Business, honestly, booming. And truthfully, I would like to get married. I like to find a beautiful girl, get married, someone with some cute dimples.
You never been married before?
No. I think I was engaged maybe like 11th grade or something like that. Well, like a promise ring type of shit. It wasn't really like a real engagement. I ain't really like that. But it was like a little promise ring. I think I did that. And then my longest relationship was 4 years. I proposed to her. I got denied twice. And then I was into that. And I was like, fuck it, I'm single.
So you said you're towards the end of your 10-year goal.
Yeah.
What is that looking like?
It's looking good. I'm here. I've been a firefighter now for 5 years. Like I said, my business has been booming, going on 10. I'm a father. That's something that I wanted to accomplish. Like really just transitioning from the knucklehead side of me, being in the streets, fucking around, to growing up, clearing my name up in the female community because I was a huge whore. You know what I mean? Had to lay low and fall back and get out of the way for a little while. So I feel like that was a part of my 10-year plan. And now that all those things has come to the end of the chapter, I'm ready to start a new chapter. And again, that'll be going into the full time, going into fatherhood, and finally settling down. Like I really want to be happy now.
I know you got like a few things going on right now.
Yeah.
You have a few events coming up.
Yeah.
And
let's talk about it.
You're still working on that movie.
Yeah. So
tell me all about it.
Oh my goodness. So first we got coming up again. I don't know when this drops, but we got September 21st. We got a Latin night event coming up. Berlin Turnpike, Pine Loft. We got La Bestia headlining. I got A.S. the Great dropping his album. It's for the Hispanic culture, it's for the community. And then right after that, September 27th, I got.
Hold on. So on the 21st.
Yep, 21st.
At the Pine Loft.
Yeah.
Where can people get tickets?
You can go get it at the website www.omomusic.us.
All right.
Yeah. You can get tickets for all of our events there. We don't use Ticket Hub and all that type of stuff. We use the website because the website offers so much. Our services, our artist digital streaming library, our EPKs, things where you can find us at our next events, future events. You can sign up and subscribe so that way you can get free tickets to future events. So we do things like that. So yeah, that'll be the 21st.
So look at the camera and say the website again.
www.omomusic.us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's on the 21st. So
yep.
You got something else going on the 27th.
Yeah, the 27th of September, we got the Kev Lyrics Show going down in Holyoke, Massachusetts. It's going down. I got J Rock Jax. I got Jay Sturdy. I got X Elf. I got Pop Lottie. I got CY Damon. My boy Kev Lyrics headlining. It's crazy. I got artists coming from New York coming to perform there. We got the CT Baddies coming out for a meet and greet session with their vendor table. We got Streetwear Clothing coming out. We got Viral Network coming out with their clothing. It is crazy.
It's gonna be a movie.
It's gonna be a movie, and that's at Echo Lounge, 268 Race Street, Holyoke, Massachusetts. And again, you can get your tickets at www.omomusic.us.
Anything else going on?
Oh, crazy. Listen, we got October 26th coming up. We don't even have a title for that, but that's at the Pine Loft. I got Fu Benga. Again, you guys should know him through the Tekashi 6ix9ine. He had over 1 million something streams on Vlad interview. We got Fu Benga coming. Damn, when do we got Fu Benga coming? November 15th, we got Fu Benga coming. And then we got the Extravaganza, which is November 26th. And that's going to be the last OMO event of the year. And then we'll be back next year with it.
What is Extravaganza? Sounds exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get all the headliners throughout the whole entire year. Only the best of the best that has performed throughout all of my parties and put on like a headliners event. You know what I mean? We're not really looking, and not trying to be funny. I know we all have to grow through the tiers, but we're not looking for like our C and D level tiers. We're looking for A-listers to come out, all of our headliners that has previously performed at these shows and put on an extravaganza show for you guys. So that's going to be our last show, which is November 26th.
So any artists out there that don't know you like that interested in getting a hold of you, or maybe want to know what you look for when you're looking at our artists and looking at their craft?
So at the shows, what we look for, I have my event director and my event coordinator. They're out at almost all the shows throughout Connecticut. They're at all of our shows personally, and they look for A-listers, B-listers, and C-listers. And what we do is we look for opening acts, closing acts, regular performances, and headliners. And that's how we gauge where we want our shows. As far as intake goes, we have an A&R rep out that goes out. He does music reviews. He does artist intake consultations and stuff like that, so that way we can have them come in-house. And then once you come in-house, we have a bronze deal, a silver deal, and a gold deal. And these all offer things from publishing to paid shows to music videos to video treatments, gym and studio, dance studio access, things like that. So my artists can stay in shape. All of our artists have access to my gym. I have a full gym at my office. They work out on a regular. We have our dance teams come in with them, and we have fucking like an 8-panel wall to floor mirror all the way down, so they get their dance stuff going on there. So those are things that we offer. Again, publishing and distribution, artist management, artist development, and then again, I host my own concerts for the artists to have a place to perform.
So how can you tell everybody that's watching what your socials are?
Yeah, social media at Real General P. If you're looking for the company, it's going to be at OMO Music LLC. On Facebook, we're OMO Music Events page. And then, to be honest with you, just the website www.omomusic.us. That's where you can get most of us at. Our websites, we have on our staff directory, we have our social links and shit that you can contact. So we give like our scope of responsibilities, what it is that everyone do in the company, and then there's a small section for you to get their either phone number, email. If you wanted to reach out to anyone on our registry without going through me, we leave it open. So that's where you can catch us at.